Arian from Facebook asks, alright then, heard a question, debate, geek-worthy, best superhero and why? Go. Well, Aaron, I was just finishing my leftovers from Pizza the Hut. Come on, man. Alright. Well, since you're in such a rush, you can't really narrow it down to the best superhero, because there's a lot of good superheroes out there that I think are great for different reasons. Personally, the best superhero in my mind is Captain America. Good morals. He stands for something rather than himself. He's what I hope every soldier's mentality is when protecting our country. Just willing to die for it. Just that patriotism that's there. He was so scrawny, and yet he still wanted to fight for our country. He wanted to do something to help his own country. And I feel not enough people have that in them. And I guess I wish there were more people like Captain America. The mentality is there. It's just so super cool that someone like that could get a chance, just one chance, and just do something great with it. He was given the chance to be a superhero, pretty much. When he was given the super soldier serum, it was just like he was given his chance that he always wanted to fight for his country. Not just from the movie, not to just kill Nazis, to banish bullying, to fight off, to fight for the sake of good. And it's just so cool to see a superhero like that. Like Spider-Man, he's a cool character, but yeah, he has his flaws, which everyone can relate to. But he was inspired because he was wrong. And most superheroes, I guess, most superheroes become superheroes because they're wronged, not because they initially want to fight for what's right. One of the coolest superheroes, Batman, he was wronged at a very young age, and then later on, he was already a billionaire, and so he pretty much bought his right to be a superhero. Tony Stark was wronged, and so he bought his way into superhero-dom, if that's a word or a phrase that people use. And some people, it was just by accident. Like Bruce Banner, he was exposed to gamma rays and then became the Hulk. And it's just no one was there to just to fight for what's good. And I admire that about Captain America. I think that's, and what I liked about my favorite superhero movie is Captain America. It was just the wit and everything to do with that time period, that World War II. It was just so witty and so funny and so cool. And yeah, even cheesy. And you can't live without cheese. It's unless you're lactose intolerant. I'm sorry. I guess the cheesiness is just from movies. And that's what I like about Captain America. But speaking of cheesy, I also like the Adam West Batman. Batman was so funny and ridiculous, and no way they could get out of that. And really, really, dolphins giving their life for you, that's dumb. And so it's just, you like different heroes for different reasons. And I'm not liking, my favorite superhero is not because of his power, but because of what he stands for. If you don't know already, my favorite superpower is cryokinesis, which is the ability to control ice, but I don't know anything about Iceman. Oh, sure, I like Frozone from The Incredibles because it's Samuel L. Jackson voicing it, but I don't know. It's not the power, I guess. That's probably why not everyone wants to be a spider like Spider-Man, but everyone wants to be a hero. and not to be the perfect hero, which is Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Superman is pretty much like he's pretty much flawless, except for the fact that Lex Luthor can somehow get a mass amount of what was thought to be rare substance that is his only weakness, kryptonite, and it's like that's supposed to be something off-world. It's not something you can just find anywhere, and yet he has like a whole bank of it. He's like a billionaire in kryptonite, and so it just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know. It's just, yeah, my favorite superhero is Captain America. And to dwell on superheroes, my favorite comic book company is probably Marvel. Not because I've read all the comics and blah blah blah. Not because of that, but there's so many heroes. There's so many heroes out there. I feel that are well known. There's many that are well known. Like DC, I don't know that many superheroes. The only ones I recognize are from like the Justice League cartoons, or from the movies that came out, or from like I guess Teen Titans, Super Friends when I was a kid. So I just felt really limited with the DC comics, and there wasn't really a superhero I connected to in DC. Like, sure, Batman is totally cool, but I don't relate to him at all. He's a billionaire, which I'm not. He's really cool with gadgets. I probably wouldn't be. I'd probably be stumbling all over the floor. And yeah. Green Lantern, I didn't watch the movie because everyone said it was awful, so I don't watch it. I feel like I should, just to say I have. But I read part of the graphic novel series, The Blackest Night. Oh, bugs out here. It seemed pretty cool with all the different color spectrums trying to fight one, like death spectrum, black, blah blah blah, but didn't really, like, it was cool to read because whenever I pick up a comic book, I always get enthralled by it. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hawkeye. It doesn't matter which one. I just get really into it. And just with Marvel, there's just so many different characters, and you're bound to find one that you can relate to. I relate to Captain America, but like, not only is there like Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and the rest of the Avengers, there's also the X-Men, and there's countless X-Men that you can relate to. And it's just like you can relate to anybody. There's pretty much a superhero for everyone, and that's what I like about Marvel. I wish I could read. I haven't read any Captain America comic books, but I want to. I just haven't found any at Bookman's because Bookman's where I can find it the cheapest. At the comic book stores and bookstores, it's really expensive, so I'm waiting for them to come to Bookman's for me to buy them. And yes, I am trying to buy them in order. Well, in whatever series I'm trying to buy, the first issue of whatever series of Captain America I can find, so I can read that series in order. But when I do get involved into comic books with superheroes, I think Captain America is the one for me. I've read World of Warcraft comics. Those are really good. I've read Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. That one's good. I'm trying to get the whole set of that one. I read the whole series of Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi. That was awesome, so cool. I can't wait. I hope they have another series coming out because it's so stinking cool. They said it's a mini series, but and it's like once it's over, it's over. But there's like a cliffhanger at the end, and so I want to read that too. So yeah. In conclusion, I like Captain America, even though I don't read the comic books. In conclusion, I like Captain America, even though I don't read the comic books. But I want to.